So in an earlier video, I explained what I think are traditionally regarded as the scary cards of tarot, which I don't find so scary, looking at it as I do from my own perspective of being a therapist and a more rational thinker, I think, really. So what cards do give me a little cause for concern? This one would. When this appears in a reading, the Ten of Swords, this is a card of abject worry, a card of despair, a card of such anxiety it's making life painful. This card I would discuss with my client. I would actually explain that the swords in tarot represent our thoughts. They're generally communication, but there are thoughts, which our thoughts become our beliefs. So this can indicate a card of, oh, it's never going to get any better. It's never going to improve. Life is never going to be any good for me. And that is such negative thinking, it can hinder lives. So then I would discuss with the client, okay, you're in this cycle of negative thinking. What are you doing to help yourself? And they often aren't. They're often just so accepting of, oh, this is how I am. And I, as a therapist, I'll be thinking, no, but you can make it better. You can change that. You can improve that. So I will discuss with my clients about learned thinking styles. And because we slip into this, it becomes our pattern of our operational style, our way of being, our way of thinking, the catastrophizing, the not being able to sleep at night because I'm so busy preparing in my head for every eventuality that could possibly go wrong. That's quite a frightening way for mental health, of thinking. And I also urge clients to pay attention, because this is what you can be modelling to your children. Do you want your children to be anxious? Do you want your children to be... The world can be a scary place. The world can be frightening. There are bad people, but not everyone is bad. The world can be full of decent, kind human beings as well. So it's about achieving balance. So with this card, I would suggest to my clients to challenge their way of thinking. I would send them some resources, to make some suggestions to them, because a healthier way of thinking would certainly bring more positive results in their life. Okay, I'll leave that one there. Okay, this is another card. This is a mindset card. Now, again, our Victorian, quite dramatic type of picture, but it sums it up. So in this card, these two poor people, this one here in particular, she's got rags on her feet. You can actually see part of the foot is bare. This one's hobbling along. Look at the state of him. But they are so focused on where they're going to put their feet next, they're totally oblivious to the fact that they're passing sanctuary. So this is a mindset. This card represents to me a mindset of lack. What is missing in a person's life, what they don't have. And I would urge people, don't stay in that mindset, change that mindset, challenge that mindset. Focus on abundance, focus on what's going right in your life, because when you're in receptivity, you're in an abundance mindset. You're developing an attitude of gratitude. You're developing, looking for, okay, I know this has just happened, but what's going well? What's going good? I can't just stay in this negative energy of focusing on this one thing that's horrible or terrible or not going right in my life. We all have these issues. We all face them on a daily basis, but we have to get over them. How can we manage that? We manage our thinking. That's the first step. Manage your thinking. So we now have... So for me, these are the scary cards, not the devil, not the tower, not... sorry, I'm just trying to keep those in focus for you. The Eight of Swords. So again, swords are thoughts. Now, she's blindfolded, she's tied to a certain degree, and she's in prison. So this is a card of feeling restricted, feeling stuck, feeling held back, feeling I can't get on, feeling I'm stagnant, there's no way forward. but there are actually spaces between the swords you can get out. What do swords represent? Our thoughts. So this is a card when somebody can be telling themselves, it's impossible, I can't do it. No, I can't move on. I'm stuck with this job forever and ever. I'm stuck in this unhappy marriage forever and ever. I've just got to suck it up and get on with it. Really? So I would be questioning the client's mindset with this particular card and gently suggesting more productive ways of thinking which can help them cope in the here and now. And this card too, it's a classic card of grief, loss. The Three of Cups. Cups in general in tarot represent emotions. They can be our joy or happiness. In this particular instance, you can tell by his body language, he's very focused on the 3 cups which are lying down, they're spilled, so there's loss, there's grief, there's sadness, there's disappointment. All lots of negative emotions. So what about these 2 cups which are still upright, maybe full to the brim? So again, this is about shifting the mind to what has gone wrong, to what hasn't worked, to focusing on what is working. So shifting the mindset from lack to abundance. That puts a person back into receptivity mode. And receptivity is the basis of law of attraction. So this is where our cards can be learning tools. They can be resources for clients. They can help to challenge perception, help to spot the energy blocks, help clients to move from one energy to another. Because as soon as these cards come out, most clients will recognise that straight away. They'll say, gosh, yeah, I do think like that. And with a bit of encouragement and some resources, which I'll help them, I will provide for them or help them find, then they can make that shift, that shift which energetically results in different behaviour, different way of thinking, different way of feeling. So it's all to the good. So not so scary cards, a little bit more applicable to our more modern day life, but learning tools. These are resources.